Well, today what we're going to do for the next couple minutes, we're going to correct the topic 5.3 practice page. You should have a red pen, and today you want to make sure that you are very accurate in checking your work and write down any notes that you need to help you understand why you didn't get a problem correct or why it was incorrect. Here we go. Problem number 1, we have 6,324 divided by 53. The correct answer is 119 with a remainder of 17. You should have 119 remainder of 17. Number 2, you have 6,348 divided by 52. The correct answer is 122 with a remainder of 4. Number 3, the correct answer is 364 with a remainder of 5. Number 4, the correct answer is 104, remainder of 23. Moving on to number 5. You have 192 with a remainder of 24. Number 6. The quotient is 536 and a remainder of 22. Number 7. The quotient is 88 with a remainder of 24. Number 8. The correct answer is 58 with a remainder of 81. Check those answers carefully, and if you have any questions, raise your hand. Here we go. Number 9. The Humphrey family decided to fly from San Francisco to New York City, and from there to Rome, New Delhi, and finally Tokyo. Here's the distances in the table that they traveled from location to location, and this is what you will use to answer problems 9 and 10. Number 9, it took the Humphrey family 6 hours to travel from San Francisco to New York. How many kilometers did they travel per hour? Well, in this case, what you're going to do is you're going to take the distance from San Francisco to New York, which is 4,140 kilometers, and you're going to divide it by the 6 hours. So here's the problem down below, and you ask yourself, how many times will 6 go into 41? Well, it will go in 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36, so 6 times 6 is 36. Now we subtract 36 from 41, and we have 5. Bring down the 4, and now we have to ask ourselves how many times 6 will go into 54. 6 will go into 54 evenly because it's a multiple of 6, so we now have 9. 6 goes into 54 9 times. 9 times 6 is 54, and if you subtract, you end up with 0. And now in this situation, we are not done with our quotient yet because we still have the ones place value to deal with. So in this case, we bring down the 0, and now we have 6 will go into 0 times, so our answer is 690 kilometers per hour. And you should have km per hour. If you did not, put it in with your correcting marker. Here we go. The next one, number 10. During the flight from New Delhi to Tokyo, flight attendants came through with snacks every 600 kilometers. How many times did they come through? Well, the distance from New Delhi to Tokyo is 5,857. So that's the number that we would use, and we're going to divide it by 600 because every 600 miles they get a snack. Okay? So in this case, 600 won't go into 5. 600 won't go into 58. 600 won't even go into 585. So you have to take 600 into the total dividend. Well, you can estimate how many times it will do it by asking yourself, how many times does 6 go into 58? Well, 6 goes into 58 about 9 times. So now we have 9 times 600, or 9 times 6 is 54. But it's actually 9 times 600, so we add the 2 zeros, and we end up with 5,400. Then we just subtract 7 take away 0 is 7, 5 take away 0 is 5, 8 take away 4 is 4. So we end up with a remainder of 457. Well, 457 is not enough to get 600. So the answer will be 9 times they came through giving snacks. Number 11. When the family arrived in New Delhi from Rome, the youngest son asked the pilot how fast he was flying the plane. The pilot told him about 847 kilometers per hour. How many hours did it take the family to fly from Rome to New Delhi? The answer is 7 hours. C. Going on to number 12. Write a word problem that requires you to use 5,621 divided by 23. The answers will vary for this, and I will read each of your problems to see if it makes sense. All right? So anyways, put the total number of problems you got correct at the top of your page, assuming that you wrote an accurate problem for 12. All right? Assuming you did. Write the number of correct problems at the top of the page over 12.